You can now use LinkedIn to get recommended as the #1 brand in your industry by LLMs like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Claude. And it comes down to one LinkedIn feature that almost every B2B company is ignoring right now. And in this video, I'll show you what that feature is and my 5-part method to turn LinkedIn content into AI citations and leads. If you've been on LinkedIn for a while, you know LinkedIn articles are there, but pretty much no one is using them. Everyone moved to short posts, punchy 3-liners, great hooks, optimized for the feed and for short attention spans. Articles just felt like writing into the void, like the old days of blogging. So the whole industry made the same call. Articles are not worth it. Well, here's what everyone missed in the meantime. Your buyers are researching inside LLMs. And those AI platforms read LinkedIn like crazy. As of 2026, LinkedIn is the most cited domain for professional queries. Now look at what LLMs are citing. Roughly 60% of the LinkedIn citations come from LinkedIn articles. This is typically long-form content between 500 and 2,000 words. So sure, maybe the LinkedIn feed isn't pushing articles so much, but they are not dead. Because buyers do their research on multiple channels, including LLMs. And by the way, I put together a template on how I create these LinkedIn articles, and I'll leave the link for free in the description. Now, AI can read articles, yes, but it is not the same as knowing how to write articles that then AI picks up. Otherwise, the most obvious answer would be, well, just copy your LinkedIn posts and post it as a LinkedIn article. But that's wrong, because it misses the entire point of the format. And honestly, it misses the entire point of what buyers are doing, which is researching. When AI cites a LinkedIn article, it doesn't just link to the article. It actually learns the language, the narrative, the words from your LinkedIn content, and then it uses it to cite it back. This is shown by a semantic similarity score of around 0.6. This is higher than Reddit and much higher than Quora, for example. In plain terms, AI repeats your framing in your terminology. And AI is not citing viral content. Actually, the most cited LinkedIn posts in AI search have just about 15 to 25 reactions. And LinkedIn's VP of marketing was pretty clear when he says, content is grounded in trust that helps buyers make a decision that answers a question in a way that is useful. There are 3 entities to influence: end customers, LLMs, and agents. All of them are grounded in building trust. And I literally saw this in real time with one of our clients. We're talking about the CEO of a 300 million ARR SaaS company. They were moving into a new category because they needed to differentiate. For 6 months, the posts we did for the CEO were all about owning the new positioning, even though their website wasn't still being public about this new transition. I can tell you that AI right now is using the words we were using with her posts to describe the category and to describe their company. We framed it on her LinkedIn, and now AI is owning it and distributing it. And there's a second reason why this works. And honestly, it has nothing to do with AI or the LinkedIn feed. If you think about a CEO that is about to sign a 6-figure contract and making a decision, do you really think they are going to look at your hook and think, wow, this should go viral? No, they're generally researching. They need to see depth. They need to see substance. They need to trust that your brand, your company is the right one to solve their problems. And an article that is thought leadership led will definitely help them through the process. So the format wins, of course, but only if the article is written well. And well means satisfying different readers at the same time. And you've probably felt this pull. You sit down to write an article and you start thinking, should I write for my buyers? Should I write for the algorithm that is reading this? Should I write for AI? So it seems like you either write something that is human or you write something that would appeal to an algorithm. Well, the truth is neither of these approaches works. because you don't have to choose. So let me share with you the citation article loop. This is the 5-part method I run for my profile and for clients that pay us tens of thousands of dollars every month, and I want to share that with you. And by the way, the reason it is called a loop is because each phase informs and helps the next one. Before I write any article, I post shorter posts on the same topic. Then I see which ones land and which ones don't. The posts that perform the best are basically my article candidates. And my articles are never a gamble, they're always a bet on something that I've seen that the audience wants. So one is, don't guess the topic, test it first. Then I use tools like Profound or SEMrush to reverse engineer what's already being cited. This basically tells you where the demand that your buyers have is, and really the demand for AI and AI research. So this is 2 reverse engineering ranked articles. Then don't write the same thing everyone else is writing. Sure, reverse engineering topics tells you the what, but now it is your turn to drop your POV, experiences, data, anything that you have to stand out. And so number 3 is own a category. I love to read research on the factors that influence LLM rankings. However, I always think about my buyers first. And the cool thing is these 2 things can definitely converge because LLMs also want to favor the buyer and the person who is researching. For instance, Research tested 9 ways to optimize content for AI search. The 3 that worked best were adding citations, quoting credible sources, and including real statistics. And each lifted visibility by up to 40%. And of course, keyword stuffing and the old SEO did not do anything. So these are the exact things that make you trustworthy for AI and for humans. So 4th, write for humans first and optimize for LLMs too. Now, I publish 1 LinkedIn article every week on my profile. With clients, we do the same or at least twice a month. That's actually deliberate because 75% of the LinkedIn authors' AI sites publish at least 5 times a month. A weekly article and then shorter posts filling the rest of the week definitely clears the cadence floor. And so 5 is cadence. And of course, if you want this template and a starting point to start your LinkedIn articles, make sure you download the free template in the description below. And I'll tell you what happened just a few weeks ago. The marketing manager of a company of around 10,000 plus people, it was a huge consultant, reached out to me after seeing 1 article. Now, this article was underperforming for me because it got at the time, 1,500 impressions. That's not a lot. This person, she'd never followed me, she did not engage with anything that I've ever posted, and yet she booked a call. And during the call, I asked her, how did you find me? And she basically said she found my article, she really resonated with the approach, and she wanted me to support her and the company with that same strategy. And basically, we're now negotiating a deal. The point being, she did not book a call because I'm posting every day or because I'm following the best hooks in the market. No, she broke the call because she resonated with my approach, she understood the article, she understood the point I was making, and she resonated with the depth of the article. So for a CEO, daily posting can actually undermine the results if you're compromising the other factors. So watch this video next to know what other mistakes you need to avoid if you are a CEO building a brand.